Okay, is it working today? Not sure. Okay, we'll give this a try. We're looking at our adverb collocations once again, and we're going to go through each of the adverbs. We're going to go through absurdly, widely, thoroughly, fully, and patently today. They're the 5 adverbs that we're going to concentrate on, and we're going to look at all the different collocations that we can make with these 5 adverbs. Okay, not all of them, but a lot of them. We're going to try and go through it in as much detail as possible. So please, if you want to know more about these adverbs, please go to my website, which is skype-lessons.com. Click on the live classes link, and you will find lots of these classes that I have already made, and exercises as well. But let's get going. So the very first one is absurdly. I'm going to turn this a little bit over here so you can just definitely see it, because I can see I've got a chat box going. So hello to Jalil in the Philippines. Hi. So the very first adverb is absurdly, okay? And absurdly is very often used with gradable adjectives. But not only, okay? And this is why I'm telling you right now that stuff with gradable and ungradable adjectives that I gave you as a guide at the beginning, it will not work all the time. And so at an advanced level, you have to work on your collocations. That's the best approach. So you can say absurdly high, absurdly low, absurdly easy, absurdly difficult, absurdly simple. Yeah, all of these are good collocations. Absurdly jealous, absurdly proud, absurdly rich, absurdly poor. So hello Irina, nice to see you. Absurdly difficult, absurdly easy, absurdly cheap, absurdly expensive. Notice that all of those are gradable adjectives. So absurdly works with a lot of gradable adjectives, okay? And I've also put some ungradable adjectives that absurdly works with. And this shows you that you really do need to learn the collocations and just try to let them sink in over time, because of course you won't be able to learn all of these straight away. So hello to Marina in Poland. Good morning. So you can also say absurdly irrational, absurdly illogical, absurdly ludicrous. Although I must admit that one's perhaps not as common. But notice that absurdly works very well with irrational words, illogical words, because absurd things are irrational, they are illogical. So hello to Lena in Siberia, and hello to, who is that, Can? I can't read very well on my phone, it's very small writing, sorry guys. And hello to Dryanesh in India. Look, I'm trying to be conversational today and talk to you all. I'm just not used to talking to people on my phone, being honest, as a chat box. I like talking to people when I can see their face. So let's keep going. So it does work with some ungradable adjectives. That's really is key with these adverb collocations, that you understand that different adverbs collocate in different ways. Okay, and you can also say they absurdly said, they absurdly suggested, they absurdly remarked. So it works with a lot of speaking verbs. Hello, Adam in Poland. Nice to see you. So yeah, it works with a lot of speaking verbs, absurdly. Okay, and it's worth remembering because that will make it much easier to use. And of course, I want you to activate these adverbs. They add colour to your language, so you really ought to start using them. Why not? It will make your vocabulary get wider. Okay, so we now come on to widely. Don't mix up wildly from the previous class and widely from today's class, because I know they are very easy to mix up. So good morning, Rabia. Ludicrous means ridiculous. It means really, really, really silly. They're both strong adjectives, ludicrous and ridiculous, and preposterous. They're 3 strong adjectives that are strong for silly. Okay, so good morning, Sai. Is that in Vietnam you are? Yeah, good morning, Sai, in Vietnam. Okay, so widely, I want you to remember that widely works with a lot of participles. Past participles, to be really precise, yeah? Let's bring this a little bit round again, because we won't worry about absurdly now. But widely, look at these. These are all participles, yeah? They're all participles. And I want you to know that this widely is very often seen in the passive. What do I mean? I'll show you. Good morning, Rabia. So you can say he is widely known as a brilliant man, something like that. He is widely known for his generosity, his philanthropy, something like that. Notice it's passive. He is known as, he is known for. And I want you to see that most of the widely collocations come up with passive participles. I think that's really important, and it will help you remember how to use widely. So he is widely known as, he is widely renowned for his charitable deeds, yeah? As and for both work with known and renowned. So he is widely renowned for his good deeds. He is widely acclaimed as the best physicist since Newton, something like that. He is widely praised for his benevolence. He is widely admired as the best footballer since, I don't know, Pele. So this method is widely used. Yeah, this procedure has been widely adopted. This medicine is now widely available. This medicine has been widely distributed, something like that. He is seen as, he is recognised as the best in his field. Yeah, he is widely recognised as, I forgot the adverb. He's widely recognised as a genius. Yeah, whatever. He is widely considered the best in his field. Yeah, a wonderful doctor. And you can use to be. And I think in Britain we very often do. But I try not to, because I've read that the Americans think it's wrong, and I agree with them, that it's unnecessary. Yeah, he is considered the best chef in the country, or he is considered to be the best chef in the country. I agree with the Americans here. Why use to be when you don't need to? So yeah, that's something to look out for. We very often use to be in the UK, even though it's totally redundant. Renowned means famous for something special. Yeah, that's all it means. So a renowned painter, it means a well-known, famous painter. And if you're renowned for something, it means you're famous for that thing. Okay, so he is thought, you notice this is all still passive. He is widely thought to be the best, yeah? He is widely believed to be the best, again. He is widely credited with having created the atomic bomb. Something like that, yeah? It means that he has the credit for this. He was responsible for this. And everybody believes he was responsible, yeah? Everybody thinks that he should be credited. He should take the credit. Okay, it is widely agreed upon. It works with agree as well. A lot of adverbs work with agree. I entirely agree. Yeah, it is widely agreed. Loads of them work with agree. Yeah, I thoroughly agree. I think that works well. Yeah, I thoroughly agree. Have I put it up here? Yeah, I have. I thoroughly agree. So a lot work with agree. Be aware of that. You could use a lot of different adverbs and stop just saying I agree, I agree, I agree. You can say I entirely agree, I don't entirely agree, I absolutely agree, I thoroughly agree. There are a lot of different combinations possible. Okay, so it's widely agreed. He is widely read. Now we get a little bit of a different meaning here. It means that, you know, he's read lots and lots of different books. So he is widely... Oh, sorry, it means that his books are widely read among the population. Yeah, so you might say something like Stephen King is widely read in this state, something like that. And this is widely taught. Yeah, so I don't know, something like tenses. English tenses are widely taught in all classrooms. I suppose you can't really say that actually, all and widely. That wouldn't make sense. But something like this. Okay, so. Something like punctuation is rarely taught in the UK, but it is widely taught in the States. Something like that. It seems to me that they do actually teach punctuation and phrases and clauses and grammar still, but it is rarely taught in the UK. Okay, so thoroughly now. Thoroughly enjoyable, thoroughly pleasant, thoroughly exciting, thoroughly good. Okay, good morning to Marcelli from Poland. So yeah, all of these, notice that they are very enjoyable, very pleasant, very exciting, very good. They are all gradable adjectives. Notice that's the test I do in my head. I see if they work with very, or I see if I can make comparatives and superlatives. But they're all pretty much gradable adjectives. You can also say, I'm thoroughly convinced that. It's very common. Or that was thoroughly satisfying. Now, a lot worked with satisfied, yeah, entirely satisfied we did. Very satisfied works, even though that's gradable, ungradable. And you can say thoroughly satisfied. If you're not thoroughly satisfied, completely, totally satisfied, you could use those as well with satisfied. Okay, thoroughly disappointed. Bitterly disappointed works very well here as well. Bitterly works really good with feelings, resentful feelings, bitter feelings. And so you could say I was bitterly disappointed. I had a thoroughly good time. Notice it's very often used with nouns, and we often hear that. I had a thoroughly good time, or I had a thoroughly good holiday. Yeah, I had a thoroughly enjoyable holiday. I thoroughly enjoyed, I thoroughly agree. Both of these are good. And then the last ones are a little bit different, because here thoroughly means meticulously. And I want you to memorise this word meticulously. It's quite a useful word. And if you're meticulous about something, you have attention to detail. Yeah, you're extremely attentive to detail. And the same if you're thorough, you're extremely attentive to the details. So if you thoroughly examine a piece of writing, you give it your utmost attention. You give it all of your attention. You're undivided. That's the word I'm looking for. You give it your undivided attention, and you carefully examine every single sentence. Okay, so thoroughly examine, thoroughly pore over. This is one of the phrasal verbs in my book. Please buy this book if you want to know more phrasal verbs like pore over. And go through, go over, they're both in the book as well. If you thoroughly go through something or thoroughly go over something, you examine it, or you look at the book, or you look at the course in great detail, okay, and you're very attentive. So you can thoroughly describe, meaning describe something in great detail. So, morning Irina, meticulous, I wouldn't say so. No, I would say it's neutral. I wouldn't say it has a negative connotation or a positive connotation. It could be either, I would say. I would argue. And you can also wash something thoroughly, meaning wash it, completely, totally and carefully. So you can wash the clothes thoroughly by hand. I used to do this years ago when I didn't have a washing machine. I washed all my clothes by hand. In fact, I just focused on the pants and socks, if memory serves, and the other ones not so often. But let's go on to fully. Fully's got a lot of different collocations. You can and they're very often related to when something is completely automatic or functional. So we have fully automated. Fully automatic, you can talk about fully automatic car or something like that. Fully equipped with, yeah, completely equipped, totally equipped. Fully functional, fully operational. Notice how these words are all about operation and function. Fully loaded with, yeah, the ship was fully loaded with, I don't know, arms, something like that. The flat was fully furnished with beautiful Victorian furniture, something like that. Yeah, you could say it was done out in a Victorian style. Yeah, it's another way of saying it, and those kind of phrasal verbs are in this book. So, morning Justin, fully recovered. Yeah, fully recovered does work. I missed recovered, and that does work, yeah. Has he fully recovered from the operation? No, he hasn't, yeah. He's still in he's still in excruciating agony, something like that. Yeah, but fully recovered works very well. Okay, fully customised. When something is customised, it's made according to your needs. It's made according to the customer's needs. It's designed, it's tailor-made for the customer. Bespoke is another word that I learned very late in life, but which means customised. So if something is fully customised, it's completely, you're able to, well, it's completely designed for you. It's designed according to your needs. Yeah, it's fully customised. Fully integrated. Still, we're talking about function and things like that. But when something is fully integrated into your website, it means it's completely there. Yeah, it's completely been put in. It's been installed, integrated. Okay, if somebody is fully qualified to do a job, then they have all the qualifications necessary to do a job. So, good morning, sir. Not sure what how to pronounce that, but morning, sir. If a software is fully supported by, or maybe a website is fully supported by a certain piece of software, it means completely supported, totally supported. So fully, you can certainly say I fully support, the Prime Minister with his latest policy, something like that. Okay, fully ready, fully prepared. They're obviously very similar. And fully informed, yeah? Has he been fully informed of the consequences of his actions? Something like that. So good morning, Jack. And please, guys, if you're wondering where these lessons will go at the end of today, they won't stay on YouTube, but they will stay on the internet, so don't start crying. They're on my website, yeah? Go to skypelessons.com and you'll find exercises as well as lessons. And the lessons will have no adverts. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it won't be like YouTube. No advertising at all, I promise, apart from my books. Okay, I fully understand, I fully comprehend, yeah? And a few other verbs which we've already kind of covered, you know, I fully support, for example, would work very well. So if they're on this list, they probably work as a verb as well. I fully support, I fully, I can't see any others other than I fully prepared for the exam, something like that, but that sounds weird to me. I wasn't fully prepared. It's better as an adjective rather than a verb. Okay, and I am fully aware is certainly another good collocation for fully. We do say fully aware. We also say entirely aware. So I think we did that yesterday, but sometimes I forget them. That's why it's important to keep repeating all of these words. Okay, patently. And I want to quickly point out the difference between patently and blatantly, because they sound so similar that I think a lot of natives will see them as almost the same word with the same meaning, but they are slightly different. Patently means obvious, blatantly means obvious, yeah, evidently, clearly, but both of them mean that. But blatantly, when you say that something is blatantly untrue, there's disapproval in your voice. When you say something is patently untrue, there's not any disapproval in your voice. And that's the only difference, yeah? But they are actually used with similar collocations, very similar collocations. We certainly say blatantly true and blatantly false. And we say patently true and patently false. So understand that they are related, and I would even learn them together. But blatant is the disapproving one. Okay, so you can say that something is patently true, it means obviously true. Patently false, patently clear, patently obvious. It just means really obvious, really clear, really evident. So morning Hadish, and I'm sorry I can't move the chat box. I could do that, but that's all I can do. So let's keep going, because I think this is very visible here. So patently works with all four of those. You can also say patently fair, patently unfair, patently just, patently unjust. It means obviously, clearly, clear to all that this is unjust, yeah? Like what's going on around the world at the moment with lockdown, it's patently clear to everybody that this is a form of totalitarianism, hence the t-shirt. Okay, so patently ridiculous, clearly ridiculous. Now remember, preposterous, ludicrous, both mean ridiculous. So patently ridiculous, patently preposterous, patently ludicrous. You see, I'm repeating these words so you remember them. It was patently nonsense. And you can say it was patent nonsense, because patent then is an adjective describing nonsense. But both of those okay. You could use an adverb or you could use an adjective. It was patently nonsense. It was utter twaddle. Yeah, I like that. That means complete and utter nonsense. Like what we have to read in the newspapers every day. It's patent nonsense. It's utter twaddle. I mean, it's insulting, let's be honest. It's mildly offensive to be treated like a fucking idiot every single day by the newspapers. So it's utter twaddle in the newspapers. It's patently absurd what these people, idiots, journalists, expect us to believe. They have patently failed to thoroughly convince me of the truth of what they're writing. Morning, Justin, and morning, Jack. So they've patently failed to convince me, and they are patently lying. Yeah, they're patently lying about lockdown, about medicine, about the side effects, about you going on holiday this year and that kind of thing. They're patently lying about everything. And so hopefully we'll be able to overthrow these fascists very soon. What does particularly mean? Have a look in the dictionary. Yeah, sometimes dictionaries are better than me. You might be surprised to know that I'm not a walking dictionary. I try to do my best to be one, but I'm not. And do look, use dictionaries. Dictionaries are fantastic things. Whenever somebody says, what does this word mean? Obviously, I'll answer them if they're in my class because I'm a teacher. But actually, a dictionary does a better job than me because it's a dictionary. So, morning, Alan, and morning, Irina. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. I think that's all for today. I'm going to keep making lessons every single day, as often as I can, which will probably be every single day. And so if you would like to learn about adverb collocations or grammar or vocabulary, I'm going to be hitting TEFL lessons very hard this year. I've got mostly TEFL students at the moment, and I make these lessons for my students. So one of my students is doing a lot of collocations at the moment, and I made this really for her and for anybody else who wants to learn adverb collocations. But I will make some more tomorrow. I might make a little lesson for myself, a Russian lesson today on YouTube, just because I'm a little bit worried that I'm forgetting some things which I learned a long time ago. But that will just be a YouTube class, and so it won't be a class for you, it will be a class for me. I'm not putting anything on YouTube for you anymore. All of that stuff goes on my website, so please come to my website and you know, come there every day, and you'll find new stuff every single day. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. I hope to see you all soon.